Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise to the table and put your hands for the national anthems. First, the national anthem of Puerto Rico. And now, the national anthem of Canada.
One final time on this Saturday in the East End of Toronto, the Pan Am Sports Centre, the venue. The final game of today at the NORCECA Women's U21 Continental Championships, the final semi-final. Canada taking on Puerto Rico. The winner plays the United States. The loser will play for bronze against the Dominican Republic. We'll send it down for the player introductions. Back in a moment. Pretty decent home support here for the Canadian side in this facility at the Pan Am Sports Centre. Taking a look, you just heard them: Ella McVitie, Miley Cormier, Mary Healy, Claire Carter, Veronica Dixon, and Ella Piscors. Delaney Watson is the libero. Head coach for Canada is Olivier Fauché. And for Puerto Rico, Carla Michelle Sanchez, Camila Soto, Sharaika Carrion, Nachaliz Garcia, Maria Jose Vasquez, Carielis Melendez. Head coach Jose Ricardo Rivera. Mia Martinez is the libero. My name is Gavin Day. It's been a long one. Fourth match of 4 today. It's the home side who won their group in the round robin, looking to send the home fans home happy with a spot in tomorrow's final. We've seen the dominance of the American side so far in this competition. One of these two sides will have to think that they have the chance to knock off the Americans. Puerto Rico did play the U.S. in the group stage. It was the Americans running away as 3-0 winners. It is amazing, through this entire tournament, only one game has gone more than 3 sets, and that was Canada's round robin concluder against Mexico, where it went to 5 sets. Canada was up 2-0. Mexico came back, and Canada eked out the narrow 5-set victory. Just waiting to make sure everything gets going. Not sure what we're waiting for here. There's a shrug down on the sidelines. Jose Rivera sort of going, what is going on here? There we are. And it will be Puerto Rico. Carla Sanchez, 17-year-old setter, who will get things going. And the first serve goes long, last second decision. Delaney Watson ducked out of the way at the last second. Good move in the end. That will set up the captain, Mary Healy, Catches a piece of the tape on the first serve. On the attack, it's Soto. Canadian block is there. They'll get a chance to go on the attack. McVitie to Cormier. A chance to recycle it for Canada. The attack from Carter goes long, not off hands. And Puerto Rico gets the serve back. See the bump set. Carter perhaps trying to go high, catch some of the fingers, but it was a little too high even for any of the hands. So straight out. And Cormier, smooth as you like, McVitie put that on a tee for her. Didn't have to move much on the pass. Puerto Rico was able to get a couple of blockers onto that side. But Cormier just splits them right down the middle. And to Ronnie Dixon. Nice little serve, throwing them off kilter a little bit. And it is Carillon picking up a point with the nice shot. She will be one to be called upon. To be sure, for Puerto Rico, she led all scorers yesterday in their win over Costa Rica, picking up 18 points, 15 of them on the attack. Carillon, who has some pro experience. McVitie in the middle, little tip. And that'll do for Ella Piscors. At home, she's from Mississauga, which is on the opposite end of Toronto, in the West End. It's its own city, though. She goes to Pepperdine University, does Ella Piscors. That's in the U.S. A lot of the Canadians playing in Canada, but a healthy mix playing in the U.S. as well. And Carillon on the attack. That's a good pickup. Smoothly into the attack. McVitie goes to the back row. And Mary Healy. Nice attack from the back row. North Carolina State University. The Wolfpack. And it is Miley Cormier serving, catches a piece of the tape. Puerto Rico out of system. Smooth though, nicely done. Camila Soto had to adjust her run a little bit. Gets a nice cross-court attack to it, and the commitment to the Florida Gulf Coast University picks up a point. Cormier straight into the net. And it is Puerto Rico tying things up. And Soto getting another chance at the service line. Over to Carter. Carillon gets it. Transition to the back row. Soto bombs away. Nothing Delaney Watson can do there. And Puerto Rico jumping out to the lead. They lead 5-4. McVitie to Carter. And McVitie had to backtrack quite a bit from the net to get that set. And Carter can't go cross court, it goes wide. Talked about it ad nauseum in the US game. Just how important a nice pass is so the setter can stay with all of her options. What the call was there, we'll take a look. Looks like there might have been a net touch. Set in the middle, smoothly finished. Maria Jose Vasquez. And in the interesting world of U.S. college sports, she has made a verbal commitment to the University of Puerto Rico, Rio Piedras. It's an NCAA Division II school. Of course, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, so all these Puerto Rican players here coming on U.S. passports. The debate for statehood, territory, or its own country is best served for a different forum, not a volleyball game, but that's just where it is now. It's a territory. Nice setter dump. Smoothly read, Sanchez. The pass was high. The perfect opportunity. She didn't really sell it. It looked all the way along like she was going to play the setter dump. Sometimes you see the setters look like they're going to set and sell the fake and then drop it off the last second. That always looked like she was going to do that. And Vasquez with the serve in the middle. Puerto Rico now, chance to go on the attack and just got under it. Soto. And just look, she had to change her itinerary and that sort of forced things to happen, and Soto wasn't able to make great contact there. Canadians down 1, getting the serve back. Ella McVitie. And a huge monster block. Cormier and Dixon were there. Just read the play well, got to overload that side, and I think it was Cormier standing there in position 2, got up for it. Cormier. To the back row, another block there. Carillon. And Canada stacked 3 up in the middle there. They could see it coming, and they got 3 up there, and Cormier does it again. Carillon the pass this time to Soto. Carter picks that one up. McVitie to Cormier with the tip, and it's out. And it's just wide. Good look at it here. And a little poke. And Martinez is blocking it. I think it is the right call. Those straight out. Of course, there is no review, no challenge here. And so, back to Sanchez, the setter, 17 years old. Floats that one wrong. Canada will surely take that free point. Game like this, those free points could be the difference. Change coming. Sanchez is out. Dariana Valencia. Another setter back in. Now plays at Arkansas Little Rock University. And on the attack, they'll get to recycle. Soto off McVitie and out. Now the system still effective. Martinez plays the setter, and it was Soto who was gonna bump it, but then when Martinez did, suddenly she gets to go on the attack. Cross court serve. Canada will get to recycle. Cormier tries to tip. Now in transition, Carillon to the back court. No touch. And gets the serve back. Back and forth we go, 11-10. And it is Ronnie Dixon from Edmonton, Alberta, plays at the University of Alberta. That is right at home. Puerto Rico get a chance to recycle the bump set. Carillon into the block and out of bounds. I think that smacked off of Cormier's face. Carillon, I think so. Carillon maybe a little cross-eyed for half a second there. She's staying on, seems to be fine. And Nashalia Garcia, now out of Tolleson, Arizona. Nicely finished. Didn't have a bunch on that. Doesn't matter. And it will be Cormier to serve out of Saint Foy, Quebec. Turns 18 in just a few days, July 3rd. Overpass, tap down, Piskors. puts up the point for Canada. The middle blocker. Always love seeing those over passes. Timeout, Puerto Rico coming. Canada in front by 2. For a very even first set, and there it is. Piscor sees it, gets 2 hands on it, finds the opening, and just slots it down. Pretty even opening couple of exchanges between these two sides. Canada's 3 wins so far over Mexico, Costa Rica, and the Virgin Islands. So they got to rest yesterday as semifinalists. They get the automatic bye. Dominican Republic lost to both Puerto Rico rather, beat Dominican Republic. They finished 2nd in Group A behind the US. And then yesterday they beat Costa Rica. And coming out, we'll see what that timeout does. Miley Cormier. Martinez the pass. Canada has a chance to transition. Carter cross court. Oh, that's a wonderful pickup by Martinez. The tip from the back court. That all starts with Martinez dropping down wonderfully. Allows for a nice smooth set. And then Melendez reads that play well. Garielis Melendez just tips it from the back row, finds the opening. It's going to be a free ball. Popped up. Another free ball. Garillon cross court. Nice bump set. A lovely finish from Garillon, the real leader of this side. And they're tied at 13. The set to Carter. Now, Puerto Rico transition to attack. Garillon takes something off it there. She now has to bump set. And it's just going to be a free ball to the back court. McVitie tries to dump. Nicely done by Martinez. Good rally. Carter to finish. Melendez, good dig. Trying to catch Canada napping. Very close to a net touch there. Everybody gets away with it. Carillon! Almost straight up. Attack. Let's see. Does she get much of a run up there? Not really. Almost jump stops. And spins it over to finish off a good rally. And it's 14-13. Puerto Rico. Catches some of the tape. McVitie, though, gets a nice pass. Piscors. Provider and finisher. Read that one well. Wasn't fooled with it catching the tape. And then just nicely goes over the block. And it will be Claire Carter out of Hamilton, not far from Toronto. Goes to Queens in Kingston, Ontario. And the attack goes long, not off hands. Canada retakes the lead. So for those wondering, Hamilton is to the west of Toronto, Kingston to the east. Carter serve. Nice communication there from the Puerto Ricans, letting each other know, let that one go. We've seen a few times some indecisiveness of teams and players looking at each other. And that leads to air service aces, and it's Carillon. A big serve, Watson. And it's an ace for Carillon, causing chaos. McVitie couldn't get to it. And Carter late to react. A lovely serve. Should bring power again. There's a better pass, but it's almost an overpass. Canada can only give up a free ball. And a block. Piscors. Carillon just tried to lift it over. Read the play well again. Piscors just wasn't lifted over her hands. Gladly accepting that. Martinez, a good pass. Not fooling Canada that time. Really can't finish. Into the block. The monster block from Canada. Melendez is stopped. And it's the Piscors serving again. 17-16 for the Canadians. And her serve, it's called in. Puerto Rico disagrees. No, overruled, pardon me. And at first official, he made the call. The flag pointed down. You looked at the referee and he said, nope, my call. It was out of bounds. And Puerto Rico was protesting quite hard, so they got the outcome that they deserved, or they were arguing for, rather. Maria Jose Vasquez goes long on her serve. Well, they say ball doesn't lie. I don't know if it did in that point because I think it was out. But the serve is returned to the Canadians. It's McVitie. Floats that one to the back court. Oh, it's a lovely pickup by Carter. Oh dear. It's Healy down in obvious discomfort. And we will call reserve on that. There was no actual point given. And in these situations, you always worry. Ankle, knee. Looks like it's an ankle. She's getting checked out. The changes, but never easy when your captain goes down. Mary Healy out of San Rafael, California. As I mentioned, plays for North Carolina State. That is a commit to the Canadian program. She's up. She is walking. It's labored, but almost got easier as it went along, so obviously not as bad as initially feared. And Mary Healy, originally, as I mentioned, from California, but has connection to that Canadian program to get inclusion. She's going to get looked at. Certainly don't want to see her come out injured, but it is on her own steam. And Sophia Hansen comes out. Edmonton, Alberta, plays down the road, down south at the University of Calgary. And she was recruited by the Dinos, as they're called, the University of Calgary. She was regarded as a top prospect that a lot of teams were after. So we continue with the Canadians up 18-17. We reserve. McVitie got to it. I think it was just a reaction. It was picked up. Gave her team a chance to chase it down, but they weren't able to do it. Bombs away. McVitie protecting the face more than anything, and we're tied again. Dariana Valencia. Set Cormier. It's a good pickup. Martinez. It'll be a free ball to Canada. Not the best pass to McVitie, and Canada will give the free ball right back again. And that's Soto going off hands. And Puerto Rico back in front. 19-18. And Canada calling a timeout. Perhaps a tip. The momentum tipping back towards the team in blue. As the Canadians forcing to make do without their captain. She's getting a tape job on the sidelines. Now the Canadians in the unenviable position of trailing. There's no gap though. They get serve back. It'll be tied once again, but Puerto Rico putting up a good fight in position at the moment. Potentially take this first set. And it will be Valencia. She's 18. Used to play domestically at the Capitanes de Arecibo. That's a city outside of San Juan. Used to be known for an observatory until it essentially collapsed. And Canada responding quickly. Ronnie Dixon with the quick attack in the middle. McVitie sets her up, shoots the set over. The quick set. Well, Puerto Rico has no time to set up a block when the set is shot over low like that. Soto going off Carter and out of bounds. Soto having a good game for Puerto Rico. She has 5 points now, all of them coming in the attack. And Carielis Melendez, 18-year-old. Goes right into the net, and we're tied again. 20 all. And Ronnie Dixon, she's 18. And she returns the favor. Tight match like this, every single one of those free points could prove costly. As Dixon comes out, Delaney Watson, the libero, comes back in. Substitution for Puerto Rico, Nachalia Garcia coming out. And Destiny Scarrett, I believe, is in. And to serve. Big cross court. Claire Carter. Just one-on-one. Not able to set up a huge block, and Scarrett comes back out after serving. And it is Miley Cormier. That is to Carillon. Bombs away. Just a perfect approach. Canada not able to get two blockers up there. And when it's one-on-one like that, with a nicely placed set, Carillon can essentially place it where she wanted. Puerto Rico making a sub. Miabella Musignac coming in to serve. Camila Soto going out. Musignac, 17 years old. And they are up 22-21. Decisive final few points here. And off the hands and out. Canada also snuck in a change there. Sophia Magus coming in for Ella McVitie. Magus contributes with a nice pass there to tie the game once again. Claire Carter to the backcourt. Bump set. Carillon. And it's in. Lovely placement by Carillon, getting her rolling. Carillon will go back to serve. She now has 6 points to lead all scorers. For the Criollas de Caguas. Challenging Canada with the serve. And they'll get a chance to transition. A little confusion there to the back row. Carillon goes straight out. No touch. This first set on the knife edge. And Canada making a serving substitution. Megan Hawkins coming in. No, it's not a serving substitution. Piscors thought it was. Megan Hawkins coming in for Claire Carter. Megan Hawkins, another Ontario player out of Kitchener, but going to school on the West Coast in Burnaby, BC. It's Simon Fraser University. It's a school up on a mountain. Carillon rolling it. Oh, that's lovely. Reading that play so well from the back row, up over the block, into that opening. 4 Canadians converging on it, could not get to it. And that is the first set point of the match. Puerto Rico trying to rush in a change, serving change. Carla Sanchez coming in for Dariana Valencia. So bringing in a setter, but it's a setter with some more size. They try to load up some height and potentially make a block, and there was no whistle. For a moment there, thought that I didn't hear a whistle, but I was right. But for the set, Vasquez, 19-year-old. And deciding at the last second, Hawkins to let it go. It's the right call in the end. So yet another free point. McVitie Cormier coming back in. Lydia Johnson and Sophia Magus coming out. And it will be McVitie trying to get Canada finally back in front. It's been back and forth like this for a bit. Martinez with the nice pass goes to Melendez. And it's Puerto Rico again back on the front foot. Another change coming, Soto coming back in for Miabella Musignac. Again, as Puerto Rico goes for size at the net. Of course, a block ends the set. McVitie gets the nice pass. Here's the opportunity for the set. Soto right down the middle. And Puerto Rico, having 1 point lead for so long, takes until the decisive moment. They take the first set. Here's a look again. Soto almost readjusts in air, goes outside the Canadian pair at the net. And Puerto Rico celebrating a first set victory. They take it 26-24. There is confirmation, Puerto Rico taking it 26-24. And what's amazing is that Puerto Rico had 6 service errors. Canada had only 3. And in those free points often prove to be the difference, the tipping point, but not that time. Puerto Rico really putting up points on the attack, 18 of them compared to Canada's 10. And so game on in Toronto. Just an update on the Canadian captain, Mary Healy, who went down with like an ankle injury pretty late in the first set. She is up on her feet. She did get some tape. Whether she's just taking part in the huddle or will actually get back involved, we will see. And here we go for the second set. Canadians taking a few extra moments to regroup. They still look like a pretty relaxed side. Emotion playing a huge role in this sport. That's why you always kind of see the winner point, lose a point. There's always high five exchanged, pump ups trying to go, and Ella McVitie. We'll start things off in the second set, and Mary Healy's getting looked at. She's in with the reserves on the sidelines going side to side, so it's possible she comes back. In the first attack of the second set, it is long and not off hands. Melendez, kind of that's what she was doing. I'm not sure if she was going for placement, but it just goes over the block so often like that. You're not going to hammer it. You're going to try to get a piece of the block and send it out. Reading the play, very, very important. And it's 1-0 Canada. And on the attack now, Cormier, big stuff block. And Garcia and Soto combining. Chance to read that play. They had plenty of time to respond to get two blockers on that side, and they combine to tie the game at 1. And it is Melendez going cross court. It's a good pass in the middle, off hands. And Canada goes back in front. And it will be Sophia Hansen, who came in for Healy. Nice pass from Martinez. Cross court, good pickup from McVitie. She's out of the play though to Carter, has to check her run. Not able to place it, goes wide. Tried placement and did not catch any of the sideline there. And so it's 2-2 in the early going. Nishalia Garcia, the 17-year-old, on the attack, putting up an ace. Just dropping right in front of Hansen. Hansen was standing behind one of her teammates. She did get a good look at it, but just, I don't know if there was a swerve there at the last second, but she didn't get down right. Garcia puts Puerto Rico in the lead. That time is better from Hansen. So a little too tight to the net. Canada gets another chance to run an attack. This time, Ronnie Dixon in the middle. First time didn't go so well for her. This time, the quick attack. It was one-on-one with Maria Jose Vasquez, and Dixon had a lot of space to choose from. Now she will go back to serve. Dixon, 18 years old. Puts up a challenging serve. One-handed set. Puerto Rico out of system. Canada back in the attack. And Carter, was there a block touch? No, there was not. So Canada calls for 4 hits. And given an opportunity, they're not able to make the most of it. And yeah, not anywhere near one of the blockers. And it is Camila Soto from Guanbo. In the middle, Piscors almost able to do it. Martinez not able to get there, and the angle would have been tough for her anyway. So Piscors catches the tape. Puerto Rico almost able to scrape and claw it over, but not able to do it. And so Miley Cormier, just outside Quebec City, who'll be going all the way across the continent to Oregon State University, the Beavers, in Corvallis, Oregon. And Piscors got the touch, tried to pop it up, but just not enough. So she got a hand to it, but then the recovery right into the net. Nobody was there to pick it up again. And it is Chareika Carrion. Really did a job of carrying her team in that first set. Goes right into the net there. And it will be Claire Carter. Put up 3 points in the first set, but all of them on the attack. Carillon gets to it. And Vasquez on that quick attack. Canada not able to seal the block. She really had one option. Again, not responding. Piscor is a little slow getting over to that block. Well, she did have another option. She could have shot it long. And it is Vasquez. Pass tight to the net. Piscor is on the step around. No mistake there. 1 on none. She had that side open. Setting up that attack, reading that opportunity, and she will go back to serve from Mississauga, but played her volleyball at the Leaside Volleyball Club, which is in Toronto itself. She goes into the net and giving the free point back to Puerto Rico. And it's back to the setter, Dariana Valencia, the best setter at the 2023 U19 Pan American Cup. Floats that one in. And then they get it back to the back row. The tip from Carillon was not able to get over the net. Missed opportunity, perhaps. Delaney Watson did well to drop down and pick up that ball. That serve had eyes for the hole in the middle. Instead, it'll be McVitie with the game tied at 7. There's a good pass. Valencia. Melendez picked up, though. Watson. Errant set, though. Scrappy. Still not over. And gifted the opportunity. Cormier finishes. So each time Puerto Rico tapped the ball down, Canada was able to pick it back up. And then a nice finish placement by Miley Cormier into the back corner. Change coming. Jareka Carillon coming out. Miabella Musniak coming back in for her first action of the second set. And it's Ella McVitie. With Canada leading 8-7. Oh, and there was a slip. Valencia had to chase that pass. It wasn't right at her, but then she tried to move towards it. She slipped, and none of her teammates were nearby. So it goes down as an ace for Ella McVitie. Canada leading 2, timeout called. Canada up 9-7. Bit of misfortune there. You always want, the setters always want that dime pass where they get to move as little as possible and run that offense. Pick every side, backcourt, pipe attacks, and unfortunate for Valencia, she wasn't able to get to it because she slipped. They all count the same though. Canada leading 9-7. We'll see if the timeout does anything to freeze the serve, the hot hand with McVitie. 19-year-old, another one who's gone across the continent to play in BC. I'm sure she has plenty of family here. Overpass. And there is a net touch on Canada. And you see it right there on the way down. The little bit of a wobble on the net. And it was Ronnie Dixon. Left the digit there. It was the slightest of touch, but he could see a little wiggle. And there's some squeakiness, so the floor is getting plenty of attention. And it will be Melendez. Always counting those dribbles that she does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, it's a lot. And there is a touch on the way. So it seemed to have worked. Nice serve from Melendez. Hansen can't get to it. Not sure if it was going to be in or out. I don't think she was sure either. Just grazed off the arm, and Melendez has her routine. It works for her. That time Hansen picks it up. Cormier into the block and down on the Puerto Rican side. Cormier just not sealed there at the net. That's it down off Musignac onto the Puerto Rican side. That's a lovely, simple finish from Soto. Well started with an sort of awkward pass from Martinez, but it was coming at her differently, and she was able to pop it up nicely for her setter. And so Soto, great for recipient. She puts up her 6th point of this match. 7th, pardon me. Just got tacked on now. So it's Carrion with 8 for Puerto Rico, Soto with 7. Piscor is leading the way for Canada with 6. And it's Garcia serving. And Carter brings the power, but a nice pickup from Puerto Rico in the middle. Monster block is there, it's Dixon. Just saw it coming the whole way. Didn't have to move, just threw her hands up. Dixon using that height, stopping Vasquez, and now it'll be Dixon to serve. And it's out of system for Puerto Rico, no problem at all, as Soto sort of handcuffs Dixon there. And it was Martinez with the bump set. It went off the block, that's why. So Dixon was preparing for something else and couldn't readjust. That will be Soto to serve. And Piscors, I don't know if she was ready for the set to be shot over to her. She put it right into the net. And there was no block touch to reset things for Canada. And so a mistake puts Puerto Rico back into the lead. And it's Soto now giving, though, Canada the free point right back into the net. So Puerto Rico still, that's their 8th service fault of this match. And then given right back again. Cormier. Miabella Musignac. Serve to pull Canada out of system a little bit. Carter, look out on leashes. Martinez can really just get up to protect the face. Tried to react to it, but just a little too much mustard on it. But then another service mistake for Canada. Claire Carter putting it long, and it's Puerto Rico back in front. Maria Jose Vasquez. Two points today. Well handled. Canada scraps it over. Valencia to Melendez. Off hands? No, says our official. Puerto Rico thought differently. Let's see if we can get the look here. Goes to Melendez, and it's tough to see. We don't have the benefit of some of the angles that they get in VNL or Olympic qualifying, but our official had a pretty good look at it. Valencia. Canada gets the block there. It's going to be a free ball. And to Hansen, who gets on the board. See it coming. And Valencia, not the tallest of blockers. She got up, but Hansen could have just gone over top, and that looks like that's why they're bringing back Carla Sanchez, the setter, bringing a little more height, a little more net presence. Can you still go with a front row setter? They have Sanchez, who would have been up a lot higher there on the block. It's Piskor's. Canada up by 1. Melendez unleashes. Cross court. Big finish. Again, always look at the nice pass. That makes everything possible, and Valencia putting it on a rope. And it will be Valencia coming back in to serve. And so Puerto Rico going with 2 setters right now. Sanchez in the front row, but she does have that size. And so we'll see if they go to a back row set. Hansen off hands and down on the Puerto Rican side. So Canada getting it right back. This has all the feelings of a game that could go for a while, and there is Soto coming back in for Sanchez. And so back to just 1 setter for Puerto Rico. And it is McVitie. Valencia having to chase that pass. Soto. Canada playing it off the net. Cormier maybe went down a little bit too early. The last gasp hope to chase it down. Appreciate the effort, not able to get it. And we are tied once again. Carrion coming back in for Miabella Musignac. And it is Melendez. She's put up an ace already. That one handled a little awkwardly, so Canada out of system. And just give up a free ball. Chance to transition. Soto didn't get the set she wanted, so Canada gifted the opportunity back. Cormier. The tip not effective. And Carrion brings the power off hands and down on the Canadian side. Martinez again puts it right on the platter for Carrion. Liberos are, of course, first good defenders, but they're also good setters when the need arises, when the setter's out of the play. Another transition chance for Puerto Rico. Canada needing this one. Cormier tips it over and down. Just in front of Melendez. Couldn't quite get to it. Good placement. Canada really need that one. That could have been down 2 in another late stage of a second set. And it's Hansen. It's a good pass to Soto. That's a great pickup by Hansen, chasing it down McVitie. Nice recovery. Carrion. Absolute power from the Puerto Rican captain. And it is Hansen checking out. I think it's missed who was coming in for Canada. And it's Hawkins. Anyway, Cormier blocked. Canada gets a lovely recycle to the back corner. Oh, yes! Lovely placement, and it came off a heck of a block by Puerto Rico, and they were almost standing and watching it. Canada off Hawkins. Then she got a set, saw the opening, saw that there wasn't the reaction, and placed it into the corner beautifully. Dixon with the serve, and Soto going off hands, putting Puerto Rico back in front. This has the makings of a game that goes a long time, doesn't it? And it is Camila Soto. pass. In the middle, Piscores. It's still going. Canada celebrated a bit too early. Lovely from Puerto Rico. The tip won't do it now. The bump set to the back row. Soto. Canada back onto the front foot. Cormier. Oh, it's a lovely pickup. Soto misfires. And they thought they had it once. Not made to rue that lapse. And Canada gets the point. Substitution for Canada. Lydia Johnson in for McVitie. Johnson into the front row. And I believe Canada, they're going with Sophia Magus, actually. We'll go with the back row setter. Putting the height at the net. Carillon, doesn't matter who's there for Canada. Carillon finishing again. Canada loaded up the front with height, but Carillon says, doesn't matter. Down the line, lovely placement. And the captain's in double digits. She's at 11. Puerto Rico's up 20-19. Canada, not the best setup. And Melendez, that's a good pickup from Watson. And Johnson, Martinez with the good pickup. On the tip, Canada now chance to perhaps set something up. Magus the bump set. Cross court. And it's Carter with the crucial point to tie it once again. Right in front of Soto. And it's Hawkins back out. Hansen's back in. Back to serve. It's Claire Carter. Martinez, another good pass. Carillon down the pipe. Just sets it up right down the middle, hits it in stride. One Canadian blocker there. And Sophia Magus can't get to it. And it is Vasquez. 4 points away, potentially, from going up 2 sets on the Canadians. In the middle, Piscores can't tip it. Now Puerto Rico a chance to set up. Melendez goes out. It is off hands. The Canadians disagree. And we get the look-see here. And yeah, that is not even close. But there is no replay. We get the vantage point. They don't get the benefit of that replay. And there might be talking points, but that's sport. And it's Puerto Rico now up by 2. Canada calling a timeout. 22-20. Might that be a decisive moment in this second set? And coming back out. Fine lines right now at this late stage of the second set. And it is Vasquez back out. And standing serve. And Hansen picks up the point. And Canada needed it most. A couple of the Canadian bench players trying to rev up the crowd, getting them into it. Ella Piscores back to serve. She's had a good day at the net. There's one of Canada's blocks. A couple of her attacks coming right there at the net too. And Valencia, the set to Melendez. Off hands and down. 2 points away. Puerto Rico going up 2-0 over Canada. Trying to seal the deal, Dariana Valencia. An overpass, almost one-handed set. Canada forced out a system. Now chance to build the lead. Mangus can't get to it properly. Now it's 3. Now it's set point for Puerto Rico. Canada calling a timeout. And Puerto Rico wind in the sails. And as it's been the case in the first set, here in the second set as well. Little daylight between these two sides, but the little bit opens at the decisive final few points. Out for the set. Chance to go up to Valencia. It's a good pass in the middle. Block is there. And Canada can't communicate, and it is Puerto Rico going up 2-1. They take that second set, 25-21. And it was coming out of that block. It was popped up. And two players not sure who was going for. Sophia Magus, Delaney Watson, a little miscommunication, and Watson in the end just pops it out of bounds. And Puerto Rico on course for a potential rematch with the United States. Confirmation of the score, 26-24, the first set, 25-21. And are we on pace for yet another 3-0 win? Only one match in this tournament so far has gone more than 3 sets. And that was Canada's last round-robin game against Mexico, where Canada was up 2-0. And very nearly lost it with Mexico coming back to take the next 2 before Canada took the 5th set. Canada's going to have to return that favor now if they want to set up a game against the United States for gold. Puerto Rico could set up an all Group A final. Puerto Rico finishing second to the United States in Group A. And if we were to just gander a look when the U.S. played Puerto Rico to wrap up the group stage, the U.S. won 25-10, 25-17, 25-15. So I think what we can glean from this is that the U.S. is very, very good, but you knew that. Look at our schedule for tomorrow. Starts a little earlier than today. Today it was 11 a.m. Tomorrow it is at 9. Our classification game for 7th and 8th, Suriname and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Following that up at 11:30 with Mexico and Costa Rica. The bronze medal game at 2 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see Dominican Republic against TBD. And the gold medal final, as I mentioned, the United States going up against TBD. And those two to-be-determined spots becoming a little bit clearer right now. Just a quick update on Canadian captain Mary Healy. She's back on the bench. She got a tape job, it's now getting cut off. Now, decisive set potentially. Potentially, definitely, one way or another. And here we go, Dariana Valencia. She finished the set, might as well start the third. And Canada's going to give up a free ball. And Soto can't tip it over. So point through a bit of a mistake. It's all set up well. Martinez with the nice pass. Valencia had her options. Soto just couldn't deliver. And it will be McVitie, Canada's setter, start things off. And it's an errant pass that time. The usually reliable Mia Martinez. Back, almost looking like she is backing up. And then it dropped a little too far in front of her, so maybe backing up a little bit too much. She's standing in the back row, already getting set up again. Let's see where McVitie goes this time. Going at Martinez again, that's a good pass. To Menendez. Down on the Canadian side. And Puerto Rico gets on the board, stopping Canada from going on a bit of a run. And it is Cariolis Melendez on the serve. A little tip over, pass. That won't do. Now Puerto Rico has a chance to set up. Carrion. That looked like it was a double hit on McVitie. She dove down and came down on the Canadian side anyway, but she got her hands on it. It looked like it ricocheted off her face. Let's see. Carrion, there's a little tip, and I still think it was, doesn't matter. Counts for Puerto Rico regardless, and it's all square at 2. Going cross court. Good pass. Hansen goes into the block, resetting for Canada. Hansen again. Block comes down on the Canadian side. And there is a net touch on Puerto Rico. Let's see it. Right there. It was Soto, I believe, who got her hand on it. And it is Sophia Hansen with Canada leading 3-2. Hansen has 3 points. Floor is getting a look-see. Looks now like Healy's gotten a tensor bandage around the ankle. So I'm not sure she will play any more role this game. The foot is off. I think she was trying. But it looks like it's playing it safe. Discretion, the better part of valor in this case. She'll hope her teammates can spark a comeback here. In the middle, off hands. And down on the Puerto Rican side, Ronnie Dixon. Just a nice quick set. Not real any time for Puerto Rico to set up a block. Dixon now back serving. Bump set. Carrion cross court, and it's in. Lovely placement, and Carrion putting on a display here today. The Canadians watch it go. And yeah, very clearly tucking inside that baseline. And we're tied at 4. And it's an errant pass, and it's an ace for Puerto Rico. Now they take the lead for the first time, and handcuffing Claire Carter wasn't able to get proper contact on it. And Camila Soto putting up her first ace of the day. And Carter this time unleashes. A little bit of payback. Perfect pass to McVitie. And then goes right onto the attack and one-on-one, essentially. Big height advantage there at the net over Valencia. Lydia Johnson back in the game here to serve. Carrion. It's a great pickup. Watson, can Canada keep it going? Indeed. Here comes Carillon again. This time the tip. And Canada did get a hand down. Nicely done, Brian Johnson. And to the back court, just long. Argument from the Canadian side. Let's see if we do get a second look at that. It's a lovely pickup. And Carter swings. The net is blocking the baseline, so we can't really see. Either way, 6-5, Puerto Rico. And it's Carillon carrying her team quite a bit in this match, putting on a display. It's going to be free ball, challenging serve, attempted set or dump. Try again to the back row. There is a net touch on the Canadians. And Carter on the follow through. We'll see here. And the slightest of grazes there. And now a little bit of daylight opening up, and with Carillon at the line, watch out. This could be a couple more points in a hurry. And she puts up another ace. And now it is 3. And it will be timeout Canada. Tricky serve. Hansen gets down, but still goes off her shoulder. And it is Puerto Rico already up 2 sets, now up 8-5. Coach Olivier Fauché up on his feet talking to his side. Jose Rivera, the Puerto Rican coach, he has the whiteboard out, sitting down on the chair. Puerto Rico did play yesterday. They beat Costa Rica in 3 sets. Just keeping a little momentum going. Canada had the day off. Not sure what impact that might have on them. But it is Carillon from the Criollas de Caguas side. It's about 32 kilometers away from San Juan. That serve is handled nicely. Carter, and Carillon picks it up. McVitie's out of the play. Watson, the libero, has to set. A miscommunication from the Canadians, another free ball. The block is there, but it's down on the Canadian side. And wind very much in the sails of the Puerto Rican side. Piscores couldn't get over in time to get to overload that side. Either way, Carillon now putting up another service game, that time going long. And at this stage, Canada will take any free point they can. They trail by 3. Claire Carter back to serve. And she gives it right back to them. And when you're chasing, those ones hurt even more. Maria Jose Vasquez, one of the veterans on the team. I don't think any player at this tournament is 20. It's under 21 tournament. It's a good pickup, can't chase it down, almost had it. And Carillon just couldn't quite get that one. Canada down by 3. Piscores, middle blocker back serving. Challenging serve. Melendez away from the net. Canada now has a chance to transition. Johnson not able to do it. Set right at the net. Another opportunity here. Johnson again. Is it off hands? It is not. It is right out of bounds. Yeah, just an errant swing. Wasn't really a net presence for Puerto Rico. Just mishit trying to hit that sideline. And it's back up to 4 with Dariana Valencia serving. Lofts that one in, tricky. And it's out of bounds in the end. I think the setter dump was a necessity more than an element of trickery, because the pass was right there at the net, and so she really could just drop it over and it was enough. And it is McVitie. Pass, lovely set, the tip, it's still alive, and it's over. Lovely from Delaney Watson. And in the end, Canada comes down with the point. Ronnie Dixon with the slightest of block touches. She was coming down from the block, and it almost just dropped right into her hand. Kudos to Delaney Watson getting down for a pickup, and then the last gasp effort to get the ball over the net. The margin is 2. And the bump set. Garillon, doesn't matter where she is. Garillon picking up the points. On the back row. Now she checks into the front row. And it will be Melendez, who's had some love from the service line today. Great pickup. Martinez again, but it's going to be a free ball to Canada. And a little bit of miscommunication from Puerto Rico. Martinez, the pass, the bump set. Oh, that was the earlier point, pardon me. Either way, Canada back to within 2. And Sophia Hansen. Pass right at the net. Lovely dig. Johnson, that one's picked up. And Carillon doing it again, even when you know it's coming. There's very little you can do. Sophia Hansen just unable to get to it. And it is back up to 3, Nashalia Green, 17-year-old middle blocker. Back serving. In the middle. Can only get a tip on it. Garillon, this time she is human. Puts her swing wide. Didn't have a run up at all, just straight almost a dead hop. She tried to hit the sideline. No luck there. And Canada returns. Ronnie Dixon will serve into the net, those free points. And Camila Soto, 11 points away potentially. Moving on to the gold medal game. In the middle, his scores. Oh my! Are you kidding? Piss scores the tip, and then it's just reflex, 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 and into the back court. Valencia will get that point. Team effort, and Puerto Rico's up 4. Canada takes a timeout. And it inching closer. Perhaps the fates are conspiring for Puerto Rico, and you get a point like that. fortune smiling on you. Of course, it took a whole lot of reflexibility to get that one over. And now it is 4. Mexico's team, a lot of their players are in the stands watching. Well, some are looking at their phones, but it's the 21st century. Anyway, Soto to serve. Heavy, heavy pass, and Canada will have to give up the free ball. Little mistakes piling up. Hit flat, no touch. Let's see. Vasquez just hit it flat. Not sure what the argument was. We did not see a touch. Perhaps they're down there. Maybe they got a better look at it. Either way, bit of a lifeline for Canada. Down by 3. Cadillon, Watson the pickup. Just give it back though. Puerto Rico on the attack. Cadillon, right out of bounds, not off hands. And now Puerto Rico feeling maybe a tip in the balance. Calling a timeout as Canada has pulled to 2 points. They'll trail 13-15. Cadillon with a mistake there from what we've seen today, perhaps uncharacteristic of her, but to err is human. He has put up an impressive game. 18 points, or sorry, that was the other win. 17 points, 18 against Costa Rica, 17 tonight. And it will be Lydia Johnson, the opposite, 18 years old, out of Edmonton, but plays collegiately at the University of Michigan. The Wolverines. Johnson serve just long. Last second decision. Changes coming in for Canada. Sophia Magus back in. Miley Cormier back in. McVitie and Johnson are out. But look who's back at the service line. Jadeka Cadillon for Puerto Rico. Dangerous wherever she's gone tonight. Causing chaos with another serve. Has to be a bump set. Cormier tips it. Gives a transition chance to Puerto Rico, and it's Cadillon with a roll shot over the block and down. What can't she do today? Piskor's got the slightest of touches to it coming down from the block. And it is Cadillon again, the lead back to 4. 17-13. Catches some of the tape. Canada out of system again, giving up the free ball. And another point, Vasquez, right in the middle. And splits the blockers there. Cormier and Piskor were both there, but there's that hole right between them. Sophia Hansen back out. Cadillon, another challenging serve. Cormier puts it where Cadillon can't get to it. Sigh of relief from the Canadian side, but the margin is now 4. And it's Claire Carter back at the service line. Lovely pass from Martinez. Very good on serve receive. That allows the attack to go off hands. Just perfect. Sets it up. Soto down the pipe. Goes off hands. She now has 10 points. And Maria Jose Vasquez goes for the standing serve. Cross court, nice finish. That's Megan Hawkins, recently back into the game. Difficult pass for Delaney Watson to get the play going. Canada doing well. Canada needs to start doing well on multiple points in a row. The block is there, reset. Menendez. Canada, chance in transition to close the gap, and it's a miscue. Magus and Dixon not on the same page. I'll just see. Magus. Dixon, I think, wanted a quick low set. Magus lofted it. And that cost them now 5 points away and 5 points clear. Puerto Rico. Nice challenging serve. Cormier, monster block. Melendez is there. Really one-on-one. Cormier goes into Melendez, who read that one well. And it's 6, the difference now. Magus. Cormier, no mistake that time. Hammer it down, that's the key. Magus coming back out. Johnson and McVitie back in. Cormier also checking back out. It'll be McVitie serving. Canada putting its height up at the net. Gonna go with a back row setter. Gotta start making some stops, and so that's why you load up the size. McVitie, another costly free point going back to Puerto Rico. Canada now 11 service errors. Puerto Rico put up much more in the first set, but their serving has found their form. They're only on 9 at service faults. And another ace. Melendez does it again. So now it is just 2 points away from taking the match. Melendez goes flat and hard. Great pickup, Martinez. She's done all night. Carillon. Watson picks that one up. Canada not able to finish. Soto, cross court. Setting up match point. And it has silenced the home crowd here in Toronto. They're trying to rouse something out of this team, but lots of breathing room for Puerto Rico. Seems academic at this point. Melendez. Throws Canada out of system. Hawkins puts it right over. Soto can't finish. But now they can. The set to Carillon. Off the block. Out of bounds. Carillon, fitting that she brings this one to an end. Puerto Rico taking the third set, 25-16. They take the match 3-0. Very much the form of this tournament, another 3-0 victory. The first two quite close. The third set though, Puerto Rico pulling away. Canada will have to settle to play for bronze. Of course, wondering what Mary Healy's absence might have played in this game. She is hobbling with her teammates, but Puerto Rico celebrates. They will have a chance at revenge against the United States tomorrow for gold. There it is, the breakdown, 26-24, 25-21, 25-16. And the Puerto Ricans are celebrating. Chance for gold tomorrow. Canada will go up against the Dominican Republic for the bronze medal. Breakdown of stats here shortly, as we always do. It'll be a rematch of the group stage play. There you have it. Look at on the attack, 42 kills for Puerto Rico, just 29 for Canada. Canada out blocking Puerto Rico. And those service errors, 11 for Canada, 9 for Puerto Rico. And so, Puerto Rican team celebrates. They're chucking around some yellow volleyballs to the fans in the crowd. They'll get a chance for gold tomorrow. That will end things from here for today. 4 games down, 4 more still to go tomorrow. Classifications, medal round games. Look back at some of the highlights. Puerto Rico celebrates. And we will sign things off for today on behalf of the entire crew here in Toronto. My name is Gavin Day. Good night, everyone. Talk to you tomorrow.
Will it ever be?